SBI Mauritius Limited, operating on the Mauritian soil since 1989, providing a wide array of services to its customers. In this edition of Business Connect, we focus on the corporate banking services and also innovative solutions to the small and medium enterprises with the SME Lounge. Anubhav Bhargav, so you are the Vice President Corporate Banking of the SBI Mauritius Limited. First of all, we would like to have an overview of the corporate banking services you offer here to the business here in Mauritius.
So, corporate department basically deals with the corporate clients in the Mauritius, and it's not only the corporate, we deal with both SME and the corporate vertical. And here we try to provide all the type of products and facilities which are offered in the Mauritian market. Then during the onboarding process, basically a relationship manager or a credit analyst is assigned to the entity and who takes care of the sanction process, and once the proposal is sanctioned, then we have a dedicated team to take care of the post sanction, which is called as credit support. So that also, and we try to maintain a proper turnaround time so that during that particular time the facilities are sanctioned and the customer is properly onboarded. There should not be undue delays also on both the sides, as well as customer side and our side.
So what are the key sectors where SBI is focusing on?
As I discussed, we have both SME and corporate. The entities having their turnovers until 250 million MUR, they are classified under SME. Beyond that, they come under corporate. Basically, process is the same in both the things. It's just that they are classified as SME and are given a little more attention because government is also focusing upon the upliftment of the SME. So here we deal with the entities who are either into trading, manufacturing, services, construction, hospitality. We try to provide them all working capital, term loan facilities, whatever is the requirement. Apart from that, in the corporate sector, we have a trade finance vertical also who takes care of the remittances needs, either maybe in personal or the non-personal. Personal is like individual like you and me, and non-personal belongs to the corporate.
What are the flagship products and services that SBI is offering to the corporate clients?
In the corporate, we are offering all the products, nearly all the products which are being offered by the other banks, like we have overdraft, term loan, letter of credit, bank guarantee, bill discounting. Apart from that, we are also, as and when the time calls for, we launch the various schemes also as well in our portfolio. Like for example, we have come up with the stand-up loan to encourage the new businesses. Eco Green loan is there to encourage our participation in the renewable projects. We have come up with the schemes for the female counterparts also, the companies either which are solely dealt by the ladies, by the females, or if they have a major shareholding of the ladies. So we try to give them benefit by providing a competitive rate of interest, and definitely whenever any such proposal comes, it becomes our priority.
Now, in what way does the SBI support businesses with trade finance and cross-border?
So as I mentioned, our corporate department has a trade finance vertical. So here we take care of all the remittances need. For example, if a normal person who visits our branch and wants to send money for maybe education, medical, or the school fees, or if they are anticipating some money related to all these things, then we provide that assistance. Apart from that, for the corporates, we are helping all the all the units who are dealing with import, export. They have to make the payments, receive the payments, or the advance payments, bill discounting facilities. So these kind of services we are providing under our trade finance vertical also.
And what are the new initiatives or innovations that the SBI has introduced?
Last year we have come up with online SME application. If you visit our website, SBI Mauritius website, you will find one online SME application. If you are interested, then you can log in into there, and once you submit, directly the email comes to us in the head office, as well as it goes to the particular branch which you might have selected. So we get the lead that you are interested, and then from head office or from the branch, the team will contact you, and then a meeting is fixed, and then we can move on. So it is basically easily accessible, and people can directly approach SBI Mauritius. You need not first go to branch and inquire. Whatever is a requirement, you can put it into that, and we will be contacting you.
So what is your outlook on the banking sector in Mauritius, and what role is the SBI playing in shaping it?
So post-COVID pandemic, undoubtedly things have revolutionized in Mauritius a lot. It's not only the hotels or the hospitality what we think that when we see as a foreigner that, oh, Mauritius is only for the hotels, it's not like that. Apart from the hotels who have now actually crossed their pre-pandemic levels, here other sectors are also working very well. For example, construction, real estate, it's on boom. Then even because of the government of Mauritius initiatives, various hospitals are also now coming up. So definitely there is a requirement for the financial institutions to lend onto these such sectors, and more participation in the green energy also is now coming up. So there is a vast scope. It's just that we have to be available in the market. We have come up with our SME lounge in Chinatown, Port Louis. Earlier we were having a branch there, but then it was closed some time back. After that we felt the need that though our main branch is there, but to penetrate in the market and to spread across the various MSMEs among the Chinese market especially. So we have launched with the SME lounge, where we have a dedicated relationship manager or a branch manager, and 2 other staff are sitting there, and they will be, customers can go inquire upon their requirements, and then we will facilitate them with whatever they are requiring. So this is basically with the expansion plan, you can say. New offerings, we have different products as I mentioned earlier, like we have Eco Green Loan, then scheme for the women. We have one lease rental discounting, where if you own a building and you have given it on rent, then on the basis of those rents we can provide you the facility. So as and when we feel the need is there, or we see something exciting, we try to launch it in the form of a scheme at a competitive price.
So talking about this SME lounge, what are the key objectives of launching it and how it is helping the SMEs in Mauritius?
So the first thing in our mind while we launched this SME lounge was to grow local. It is in basically terms with basically government and the Bank of Mauritius idea also, that we should try to support the local Mauritian market. So in order to place ourselves into that domestic market, it was very much required to sit at Chinatown, Port Louis, which is the main hub. So that is there. And secondly, there are like I told you, there are so many other businesses which are in the Port Louis, plus we have basically big companies also having their head offices in Port Louis. So to provide a proper dedicated team for SME and corporates only, we launched this SME lounge. So deeper penetration in the market to create more awareness among the people that yes, SBI Mauritius is there with them. And I can say that in the last 2 years, we have really, our numbers have grown up in terms of participation with SMEs.
Anubha Bhargav, thank you very much. Buying gold would be considered as an intelligent investment. But for that, you would need to secure its movement, its storage, and other compliance stuff. But there's an alternative: investing in tokenized gold. This is exactly what Mindex is offering in Mauritius. So how to invest? Who can invest, and what are the advantages? In this edition, we talk to Jessica Naga, who is the founder and CEO of Mindex, and also Tosha Gopi, who is the head of projects at Mindex Mauritius. Jessica Naga, so you are the CEO of Mindex, and today we're going to talk about the gold tokenization. But first of all, we would like to know what Mindex does.
Well, thank you very much for having us today. It's a pleasure for me to be here. So Mindex is a regulated investment ecosystem, regulated by the Financial Services Commission of Mauritius, that allows the creation, storage, and trading of assets of any kind, securities and non-securities. So we are retail and institutional inclusive, and we are very focused on real-world assets, notably gold now, which is the token we released in December.
And why did you select to tokenize gold?
You know, gold is, I think, an asset that people go to in hard times, and that's kind of well known. And mining is big in Africa, and Mindex is headquartered in Africa and is very much a company servicing the African market, you know. But gold itself, even though, you know, assets have advantages and disadvantages, all assets, and that's why we always say people should have balanced portfolios of investment. But gold itself, if we look at some figures, you know, gold has appreciated by plus 475% over the last 20 years, and that is an incredible thing. You know, not many assets have done that. And over the last 12 months, it has appreciated by plus 29% roughly, you know. So it is accepted as one of the most secure form of investments worldwide. And we thought it would be the right asset to start to show the capabilities of Mindex.
Dosha Gopi, you are the head of projects at Mindex, and today we're talking about gold tokenization. So what are the features of the gold token?
It's a 1 ounce gold, pure 24 karat, 99.99 purity, and it's 38 millimeter in diameter and 2.6 millimeter thick.
Now, how to invest in gold token?
There are two ways you can invest on the gold token. First is through Blink, which is the mobile app by MTEL. So if you have a budget of less than 50,000 rupees, you can use Blink to buy the gold tokens. Or if you have a budget of more than 50,000, you can onboard directly on Mindex. So our website is mindex.group, where you can register. And once we have onboarded you as a client, after we've completed all the due diligence requirements, so then you can transfer the funds and you can purchase the gold tokens.
When we talk about gold, we think about mines, but after that, the gold needs to be minted. Where is it minted?
We have partnered with a South African minting facility. So they have been into the gold minting for the past 30 years. And now recently they have set up a minting facility in Mauritius. The company is Global Gold Metal Exchange. So we have partnered with them. And they're the one responsible for the procurement of the gold from refineries in South Africa. They bring it to Mauritius and then they mint the coins, physical coins, in a mint facility in Mauritius.
So do we understand that the gold is sourced from South Africa?
Yes. So Global Gold Metal Exchange, they have a network of refineries in South Africa where they purchase the gold in a raw format. And then there's an assay process, which is a verification to make sure that the gold that we are procuring from South Africa meets the standards of quality. And then this is when it's brought to Mauritius.
And where are the gold valued?
So the value, on Mindex website, we provide a spot price for the day. So when an investor would go in on Mindex website, you will see what is the price that is for the day, and then you will purchase the gold on that price, and then you transfer the funds. We can credit your wallet with a gold token.
But what about the fees?
The fees would be in the price that you will pay on Mindex, and then if you want to redeem the gold, then we will charge a 0.5% redemption fee.
Now, when we buy gold tokens, we understand people will also want to sell. So how can they exit their investment?
So we have worked out two ways for you to redeem the token. First is you could exit and sell it for rupees or for dollars, which we call fiat currency. Or you could change your gold token into cryptocurrency that we offer. Or it could be another real-world asset like silver, for example. And then the second way for you to exit your investment would be physically. So we also allow investors to redeem the physical coins. And of course, this is subject to tax.
What is the advantage of investing in a gold token rather than purchasing physical gold?
You know, we get that question a lot. And if you're buying real gold, you have to buy it. So you'll buy it from somewhere that you know, right? And then you've got to store it. So you would store it in your house. Otherwise, you would store it in a special place, a secure place. So then you have to insure it. Then you have to move it. When you want to sell it, it has to be tested again for whoever's buying it from you to know it's real gold. So all of this process is difficult, is costly, is not open to everyone, for sure. And then you also have the problem of not being able to scale an investment like this is difficult. With tokenization, which is the digitalization of the asset that you put on blockchain, and then you allow someone to buy a digital representation of that, they never have any of those risks. So the way we structure the assets, we manage those risks, and any cost of those is spread between the people owning it. I think one of the most important part of this, which I'm particularly proud of as one of the founders and CEO of Mindex, is I've spoken a lot about democratization of investment, and with this 1 ounce coin, you're talking about something that is worth $2,800, $900 one. So it's difficult. Not everyone can invest in that. But we have fractionalized it. So that's one of the big advantages of blockchain. It allows you to break down things in little bits, right? So we are allowing Mauritians to invest with 5,000 rupees, so about $100 of gold. And that's the biggest thing. So why would you buy a digital version? It's easier, it's quicker, it's safer. You can sell it more easily, and you can buy little bits of it. And I think it is really a big change. And the reaction we've had from the market also tells us that people see the advantage of this.
So gold tokenization and asset tokenization, are they the same thing?
Oh, completely. I think you need to, so Mindex is a fully regulated play, because for us, we believe in keeping whatever works. So we don't replace anything that works. So securities law works, you know, the way assets are securitized and structured, you know, so we keep that. The tokenization is almost an additional layer to the asset to allow all of these things that I said before, right? So easier to store, easier to identify it, easier to fractionalize it, easier to trade it, you know, all of these advantages. So the same concept applies, but the way that you secure the asset would not be the same with gold or a security or real estate or, you know, so all of these underlying things, this is what Mindex as a securities exchange does. We verify that the creation of that asset is done well, that investors ultimately and all stakeholders are protected.
Jessica, we're talking about gold tokens, but are there other assets that Mindex offers?
So we're really excited. So after we successfully launched the gold product, we've now launched the silver token, same way. But Mindex, as I said at the beginning, has 4 licenses, you know, so we are a securities exchange, we are retail inclusive, so we can sell directly to people without brokers. We are a virtual asset marketplace, so we are what people call a regulated crypto player. But Mauritius allows you to do initial token offering. What is that? It's anything that is not a security. So we can list anything, a real estate as it is, you know. So instead of buying a company that owns the real estate, you buy the real estate itself, or you buy a bit of the real estate, you know. So it's a different way. You could buy a bit of an airplane, you know, a bit of a boat, or the boat tokenized as an asset. So Mindex is not a product, it is a solution. So we use it to create innovative ways of creating bankable solutions for Africa. You know, it is a notable thing that there is no liquidity in Africa. You know, it's difficult to raise capital for projects. So we need to find ways to create more bankable products. That's what Mindex does. So we look at a company and all the asset it has, and we say to their advisors, how do you make the best bankable solution? And then Mindex can list it and store it and allow people from anywhere in the world to trade it in any asset. So they can trade it in rupees, they can trade it in crypto, or they can swap it for other assets. So let's say you've got some gold, we've got some silver, you could swap it. This is what we call, I think it's a beautiful word, atomic swap. So you're swapping. It's like a barter system, you know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Business Connect, that's it for this edition. We hope you enjoyed the show, which you can find on our online platforms. Till we meet again, goodbye.